Hello there everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Edinger. As you know, I make videos about interesting differences in the UK and the US and anything else I find interesting. Now, as you might know, British people aren't necessarily known for their food, unless you consider different shades of beige delicacies. Now, the Brits do have some very controversial opinions about their foods, and so I found this lovely little Reddit thread detailing some of these, and oh my, I think it's time to rage a little bit. The first controversial British-specific food opinion we have here from r/AskUK is butter a toasted crumpet and then sprinkle sugar on it. People always insist it's a terrible idea. Who would say that is a terrible idea? Controversial? Absolutely not. I'm an American. I do like a little bit of sprinkling sugar. I'm gonna one-up you though. Add cinnamon and sugar. Right? Everyone else from the Netherlands is like, yeah, hagelslag. That's more sprinkles, but a fairy toast in Australia. Try it every once in a while. I mean, people have Nutella. That's not controversial. Next up, we have mayonnaise on chips is way more superior than ketchup. I'm sorry, I thought I found an uncontroversial thread? Of course it is. And if following up, both together is more than the sum of its parts? Yes. Maybe when you're a child, you might think, well, ketchup is the only, because maybe it's the only one you know. However, growing into adulthood is that loving feeling that you can accept mayonnaise as your Lord and Savior, and you do a big glob of mayo, a big glob of ketchup, you mix it up, you've got yourself some fry sauce. Perfect. I don't know anyone who doesn't want that. Non-controversial. Someone in the audience has got to be some sort of ketchup stan. I don't know who you are. Crunchy nut cornflakes are just Frosties for breakfast. Absolutely, completely. If you've seen my cereal tier list video, you'll know I definitely agree with that. Crunchy Nut isn't that good. It's like if you wanted cornflakes, but yet you just wanted them to pretend like they taste better. They don't. They taste worse. I don't know. Everyone loves them here. No. Great opinion. Frosties are just cornflakes for people who can't face reality. I hate it, but it's true. Next up, we have cream first or jam first doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. It's just twee bollocks to pretend otherwise. Twee bollocks. That's a new one for me. Little twee bollocks? I get you. It probably doesn't really taste that different. However, I do think that sushi lovers would say that you're supposed to put the fish side down so you get that like taste. Also, if you've ever been someone that eats a chocolate digestive, you know that after you dip it in the hot tea, you gotta put that chocolate side down so that nice melted chocolate hits the tongue. It's definitely different than which order you eat the food. Now, in terms of like jam or cream on a scone, I think there actually is some sort of science of if you put the jam in first, the cream might come off, but every time I've ever made a scone, it just ends up looking like a murder mystery, okay? You're just trying to drag the cream and the jam on, and it just looks like I've just had sex with a Nature Valley bar. So probably, you're right, not really that big of a difference at the end of the day. Yes, it depends on if it's a thicker or harder spread to spread. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, as a good counter here, we do have someone saying that you put the cream on first as it's a dairy product because you put the butter, then the jam. I'm going back and forth here. I would say this is the most controversial opinion so far. I'm on two fences here. I'm on two fences. Just spreading my legs. Now, next up for controversial opinions, we have tartare. Is that how you spell tartar? Tartar sauce is a top-tier sauce and deserves more recognition. It's okay. It's good for fish. Should I get some tartar sauce and try using it for other dishes? I'd say it's rated exactly where it needs to be. Okay, tartar sauce, right where it belongs. Okay, all right. If you guys are from the north, I just want you to please take a seat, finish your cuppa, or make another one, okay? I'm really sorry you have to hear this, but next up we have Greg's sausage rolls are Actually, Greg's in general is not just the sausage rolls. What the Sorry. What the What do you mean? Get out of here. This is actually quite a controversial opinion. My hair's all over the place. Can't believe I've heard this. I'm sorry, Bliss, if you're watching, please. Close your baby ears. I'm so sorry. As a Geordie, I feel attacked. Nothing better than landing at Newcastle Airport and dropping 20 pounds at Greg's at 6 in the morning. Come on, Greg's hits the spot. Would you rather have Greg's or McDonald's? It depends on if I'm hungover, I suppose. But either way, don't say, come on. It's like £1 for a nice, delicious sausage roll or a nasty old slice. To be fair, every time I've had one of those like pockets of beans and cheese, it's not been great. But a sausage roll? Don't speak like this to my Greg, please. Not to my Greggy. Not to my Greggy. The sausage rolls were really nice up until 20 years ago. Yes, quite. And these days they don't use the real beef. Yeah. Okay, boomer. Sunday roasts are nice, but overrated considering how long they take to cook. I'm gonna give it a hard no, actually. Yes, they take a long time to cook. I think I average about 70 minutes, sometimes 60 if I'm lucky to make a full Sunday roast, but they taste so good, so incredibly good, they absolutely outweigh the cost. How long does it take you to normally cook a meal? 20 to 40 minutes? Come on. Double that number and get the best meal ever. Come on. I understand it might take you a little bit of time, but they are so good. And I'd say if someone else makes it for you, what about then? Okay, what about then? Have someone else make it. Then it's 10 out of 10. People are saying it takes some hours and hours just to make a Sunday roast. Literally 60, 70 minutes. I don't know what you guys are doing. I even make the homemade roasties, okay? It's not that bad. It's not that hard. Well, dearie me, coffee is nicer than tea. I would say yes. I know a lot of people really love their tea. I personally went down a big tea hole. I don't know if that's inappropriate in any way, but I love tea, okay? A nice cup of tea. But there's just no comparison to a really good cup of coffee. And if you don't like coffee, come on to mine, please. I will make you the best cup of coffee you never had, all right? Because you've had it now, and it'll change your life. Coffee, life-changing experience, delicious. You can feel the notes. Tea, stained water. I'm talking about brown tea. Sure, you might get some fruity teas, but I don't know. My girlfriend, huge into tea. Me, huge into coffee. We're destined to fight forever. Plus, does anyone really get that big of a caffeine hit from tea? Right? I feel like most British people I know that drink tea, that stuff is numb to them. They could drink like a goddamn gallon of Yorkshire, and they'll just be like, happy today. Can't even tell. There we go. That's it. This is the comment. Wrap it up. Good coffee is good. Good tea is just tea. That is it. That is pretty much it. You've got a higher value potential with the coffee. Also, sorry, my New Jersey accent definitely rings through when I do say coffee, but I'm not sorry. Oh, I forgot this was a controversial thread here. I went through a phase of putting Nutella on crumpets. I'm not ashamed to say I would do it again. I have also put speculoos, little biscuit spread, Biscoff, and Nutella separately on crumpets, on the English muffins, as they say. And I didn't hate it. In fact, it was quite nice. It fills in all the little crevices, and it's nice and sweet, and the consistency, it might not be for everyone, but it almost tasted like a little baby waffle, just for me. In my rotund era, I used to love putting chocolate spread in a hot cross bun and microwaving it. So good with a cup of tea. I think that sounds lovely. I know it's not the standard thing you should be doing with that, but you know what? No hate, no hate. Yorkshire tea is no better than most other brands, and it's just an internet circle jerk at this point. Yes, that is not controversial. It is true. If you haven't seen my tea taste testing video, I blind taste tested, and I can just say, Yorkshire tea, overrated, actually. I don't even see these memes where people think it's that great. It's just tea, and definitely not the best tasting for my beautiful palate. Baked beans are disgusting and have no place in a fry-up or on toast. You can tell how far I've come, how far I've fallen. But I have to disagree, actually. I do think baked beans really suit a specific part of the palate of a fry-up, that English breakfast in the morning. It really just adds that nice consistency, flavor, and texture to the toast. Now, if I'm just having beans on toast because I don't want to cook anything fancy for breakfast, I will throw cheese on it, and then it's a 10 out of 10 breakfast, okay? Not 10 out of 10, but it's good. I don't think they're disgusting. I do prefer American baked beans, but they're more like bourbon and maple and bacon flavored, so like definitely not for breakfast. It's funny that like the main beans that everyone eats here are like the beans that would be the cheapest beans to get in the States that I would hate as a kid. But like I said, I think they kind of work. They kind of work. It's pronounced scone, the way it's spelt. Yeah, it's not controversial at all. Absolutely. Marmite is okay-ish. Oh, that is actually very controversial. Because if people are like, either love it or hate it, you went, it's okay. I can take it or leave it. Wow, that is 10 out of 10, the best. It is, it's just kind of okay. I don't enjoy it though. I think from my traumatization of Dodie forcing me to have like a whole spoonful once, did my head in. British food is very good. That is very controversial. I have this argument with friends all the time. Almost every British dish can be incredible with good quality ingredients and a half-decent chef. The difficulty is good food costs money. Yeah. Beef Wellington. Who's cooking beef Wellington? When people talk about British food, they talk about like that quick, easy British food. When people talk about American food, it's quick, easy American food, you know? Quick, easy American food that's delicious. So, also, whoa, someone's talking bad about Toby Carvery. Get out of my house. Seriously. Get out of my house. Tomato ketchup is rancid. What are you eating? The kebab shop tomato ketchup? Get out of here. That is controversial. Just kidding, it's wrong. See, like I said, mayonnaise is better, but don't talk smack on my tomato ketchup, all right? Also, who puts tomato in front of ketchup? Just say ketchup. Toad in the hole makes two delicious things worse. Sausages are best fried, not baked. I agree. Yorkshire pudding shouldn't have things in it to make it soggy. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Plain digestive biscuits, the round ones, with cheddar or brie on them. I can't knock it, but it sounds interesting. Nutella is overrated. Yeah, probably a little bit. Costa coffee is... This is a controversial thread. Guys, that's like saying air is great to breathe. Come on, guys. Mayo is gross. Get out. Get out. I'm not even reading the rest of this. Burger King fries, better than... Nothing from Burger King beats anything from anywhere else, okay? Burger King is literal F-tier fast food chain. I'm out. Goodbye. Fried egg with runny oak, obviously. On a crumpet with tomato sauce. That sounds 10 out of 10. I think we're running out of all the controversial comments at this point. Pot noodle sandwiches. Is everything okay? You doing okay? Do you need a friend? I hope you're doing okay, man. That sounds disgusting. And if you haven't gotten your fill of controversial content, well, I have other videos I have made in which I've ranked some things. So please be sure to check those out and follow the rabbit hole down to Fun Contentsville. Population U. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hope you had a good time, and hope to see you here next Sunday as usual. Goodbye.